Hello, I'm Jermaine, and on this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make a very basic Flash animation. First of all, you're going to want to buy the Flash program. You can buy it at the Adobe website for $6.99 or $3.99 with a student discount. Once you have bought the program and installed it on your computer, you're going to want to create a new file. You can either click ActionScript 2.0 or 3.0. For animations, it doesn't really matter. I will be using AS2. So now, once you create your new file, you'll get a new window showing all the assets you will need for your animation. First of all, you have your workspace in the middle. This is where you will be drawing, and this is where your animation will show up. Above that, you have the timeline. This is where you'll be able to see all the frames of the animation. I'll talk about this more later. On the left of the workspace, you have the toolbar. This is where you can select all the tools that you will need for certain situations. Below the workspace, you have the properties window. This is where you can choose the size of the animation, the publish settings, the background color, or the frame rate. On the right of the workspace, you have your color panel. This is where you can choose specific colors to use when you're drawing or making shapes. You have your align panel. This is where you can equally distribute things on the workspace to the workspace or to other items on the workspace. And then you have your library. This is where movie clips, graphics, or buttons will be stored if you choose to make them. So for this animation, I'm going to show you how to create a ball moving animation. We're going to create a ball. We're going to make it come from the left side of the screen and go to the right side of the screen. So first of all, you want to click your rectangle tool, hold down your left mouse button, and go to the oval tool, or you can just press O on your keyboard. Once you've done that, you want to select which colors you want to use for your ball. You want to go either here or to the colors panel. I will be using the colors panel. The pencil indicates the outline of the ball. I want the outline to be a very dark green, so this color will do. And the bucket indicates the inside of the ball. I'm going to choose a lighter green here. Now once you have selected your colors, just click and drag on the workspace. And there we have our ball. Now I'm going to right click, go to convert to symbol, and now a new window will pop up. You want to name your ball whatever you want to. I'll be calling it ball. Make sure a movie clip is selected and your registration point is in the middle. You won't need any of this, so just keep it on the basic window tab. Hit OK. Now your ball has been transformed into a movie clip and it has been placed in the library. If you want to easily edit your movie clip, you can right click it in the library and hit edit, and then you can make changes to your ball. But we won't be doing that right now. Now, like I said, we're going to make this ball move from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. Now, instead of trying to drag this perfectly to the vertical center, I'm going to use the align panel. So make sure that your two-stage button is pressed and choose the align vertical center button. Now the ball is placed in the vertical center of the workspace. Now I want it to touch the left edge of the workspace. So press the align left edge button. So now our ball is in the vertical center and touching the left edge. So now let's make it move to the right side of the screen. One way you can do this is create a new keyframe, which is a frame where you can edit the properties of the workspace, items that's in it or around it, and move it slightly to the right on each frame. But this is a very inefficient way to make an animation. We're going to make a motion tween. So what you want to do is you want to see your frames per second and make sure that you know what it is. It can be anything you want. It can be 12, 24, 30, 60, but just make sure that you know what it is. You can find it right here or in the document properties tab. So my frames per second is 24. That basically means that every time um, the flash makes it to a 24th frame, a second has passed. So in every second, there's 24 frames. So in 1 second, I want to make this ball move from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. So instead of dragging this all the way over and trying to keep a steady hand, you can just keep it in the same place it is and use your align panel again to align it to the right edge. So now it's on the right side. But as you can see, in this one very large frame that spans from 1 to 23, the ball doesn't move. It only moves on 24. If you want to test your animation without creating a new window, just press enter and it'll play through the flash. So as you can see, it doesn't really move, it just jumps to that one side. But what you can do is right click the large frame, anywhere on the frame. You can choose wherever it is, just not the last keyframe. Right click and hit motion tween. And now you can see the ball is actually moving. So if I pan across the timeline with the greater than and less than buttons, you can see that the ball actually moves. I'm going to press enter and you can see it actually moves. Now I'm going to save my file as tutorial ball 3 and then go to control test movie or hit control enter. And now you can see the loop of your animation. You have now created a very simple animation in Adobe Flash CS